Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over the Monkey Village, and this is going to be kind of a bad explanation in my opinion, and that's because it's really hard to explain the Monkey Village and everything about it because it affects all the towers around it, but I will do my very best to explain the Monkey Village, I guess. First of all, where should you put the Monkey Village? Where you're going to put most of your towers. And when should you get a Monkey Village? You should only get a Monkey Village if it's going to save you money. And now that's hard to tell exactly when you should do that, but usually the best time to put the Monkey Village is somewhere right around level 40. And that's just a rough estimate. You could do it a little bit earlier. The earlier you get a Monkey Village, usually the better, but you also want to get your farms up before you get a Monkey Village. Also, you can put a Monkey Village somewhere around your farms. So, the Monkey Village gives a 10% discount for every single tower in its range, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly when to get it. Now it costs 1,630, so that means, or let's see, 1,600, it costs 1,600. So that means I would have to pay $16,000 to get the money back for the Monkey Village. So as soon as you pay $16,000, you got your money back. But that also means that you're not talking about any of the other upgrades that it helps give. So it can help give +1 popping power, and camo detection, and a 15% range bonus, and a 15% shot bonus. So it's kind of weird and hard to say exactly when you should use it or how you should use it, but I just say right around level 40. If you can afford it, get it right around there, and you're going to start saving money right then, because you're going to probably get a super monkey or something kind of expensive for the Moabs in level 46. So that's also important when you place your Monkey Village, about where you're going to place most of your towers. Usually you're going to place most of your towers somewhere near the Monkey Village, so that actually the Monkey Village is very, very important. That's really all I have to say about the Monkey Village 00. Let's start talking about all the upgrades. Okay, well, let's go with the left side first. This is the Monkey Beacon, and it increases attack range of all towers within the Monkey Village by 15%. Now, is that super duper important? Not usually, but if you're going really late game, it can help. Now, 15% is a pretty big bonus when you already have a tower with a pretty big range. It can get even further, so that's good. Now, if you have a tower with a really small range, 15% probably isn't that much bigger or better, so it probably really won't matter too much. But if you're getting a bunch of towers, you might as well get this anyways. The next one is Jungle Drums, which it increases the attack rate by 15%. And this is another important upgrade, because if you're getting a high-level Monkey Village, you might as well just get this. Or if you're kind of late game, you might as well get this one. And now it does not affect certain towers with a extremely high rate of fire. And now you could do the math with it, and I'm not really going to explain the math too much, but basically it does not help towers like the Plasma Vision, and it doesn't help towers like the Robo Monkey or Technological Terror. It does not make them shoot faster, because they already shoot so many frames per second. And it cannot be increased, because a 15% bonus isn't enough to go down 1 less frame per shot. So I guess I hope that's a good enough explanation for you guys. I bet you other people could probably give you a better explanation. I'm not really too big on all the math and all that. So I'm doing my best to explain the Monkey Village. The next upgrade, which is the Monkey Town, is pretty important. When should you get a Monkey Town? Now this is also one of those weird ones, because a Monkey Town can give you different amounts of money depending on the level. Now certain levels, like level 49, will give you a bunch of money. They'll give you the RBE is somewhere right around 5,000, so if you take away some of the RBE from the ceramics, you're still going to get right around $4,000. And if you get this Monkey Village, which gives you 50% more cash per pop, you're going to make quite a bit of money. You're going to make a couple $1,000s right around there. So obviously that's a good upgrade. It also increases the range quite a bit. So notice the range right here increases the range quite a bit. So that can be quite helpful if you're trying to fit quite a few towers in this range. There's not really that much to talk about the Monkey Town. If I get it, I usually I usually, if you think about it, farms are usually a lot more effective than this guy right here. It used to be $30,000 to get this guy, and then they realized that was way too expensive, so they lowered it quite a bit. And if you think about a farm, a 4-0 farm is going to make $2,000 per round, and a 4-2 farm is going to make $3,000 per round. Extra, no matter what. Now this guy is probably only going to give you like 1,500, maybe 1,000, maybe 3,000 to like tops per round. So to be honest, this guy is usually a lot better bet because it's going to be constant $3,000, while this guy could be, you know, I guess it could maybe make like 5,000 or something like that extra, but I really can't see that happening very often. I don't memorize the RBE and how much money exactly you're going to make every level, but it's really not going to be that much if you get this guy. Now yes, it can be helpful in a lot of daily challenges and things like that, but it's really not super unbelievably fantastic. You're usually better off getting a farm. The next upgrade is this high energy beacon, and now in a real game I would never use high energy beacon, but daily challenges can be helpful. And the reason why it is so helpful is because it has a good M.I.B popping power. I think it shoots. I don't know exactly. Don't get mad at me if I'm wrong, but I think it shoots like every 2 frames or something like that, so it can pop M.I.Bs pretty darn fast. Something like on the verge of a plasma monkey or a roboplasma monkey. I don't know exactly. It's kind of just me guesstimating, so don't get mad at me. This is me just trying to explain it. And it also increases the range a bunch. So if you increase the range again, you have a really big ranged monkey village, and that can be very helpful. Like I said, it's good versus M.I.Bs. It's reasonable versus regular balloons, but it's not super duper unbelievably amazing. If you notice, the pop M.I.B really, really fast, and now it's popping these balloons, but not super duper fast. So that's one thing about this guy. Usually what I would do is I would put it on strong, and that would help destroy the M.I.Bs, but it would not keep shooting all these really low level, low tier balloons. And that's usually for your cannons or your ice, your glue, or something like that. So that's what this guy's good for. Would I use him? Not really. I mean, $12,000 is kind of expensive for this, plus the $10,000 upgrade right before it, so you're talking almost $25,000. Or right around $25,000 just to get this guy right here. It's really not worth it. I don't recommend doing it, but in daily challenges, it can be very helpful. Let's move over to the other side now. The monkey fort. Now this one I'm going to talk about for a little while, just because it's important to understand the monkey fort upgrade. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people just think, oh, it's going to double my popping power, or it's going to increase my popping power a little bit, and that's really not what it does. It increases the popping power by 1 depending on the tower's popping power already and shooting and how fast it shoots. So for example, if you have a dart monkey like this and you increase it to a monkey fort, now if I send out 2 red balloons, it popped 2 balloons, so it increased its popping power from 1 to 2. So now, for example, if you used a lot of dart monkeys, now every single one of these dart monkeys has pretty much, I mean, in theory, has this sharp shots upgrade for free, because it can pop 2 balloons per shot. Now, if you notice, I didn't get sharp shots already, but once you upgrade sharp shots to one of these monkeys, it can pop 3 balloons. So yeah, I went through 3, it didn't go through the 4th. So I can pop 3 balloons with 1 shot, and it was only supposed to pop 2. So the monkey fort adds 1 more. And then if you add this one, it can pop 2 extra balloons per shot, so it can pop 4 plus 1, which is 5. So this guy can pop 5 balloons in 1 shot. And then, I mean, I could keep going on with this, but I wouldn't want to talk about the dart monkeys all the time. So now you have to think, what is the tower that's going to get the most popping power out of using that monkey fort? And it's actually, surprisingly, the super monkey. Just a regular super monkey. So that's why it's important to understand the super monkey and the monkey fort. They can be very good together, because instead of a super monkey just shooting 1 balloon and popping 1 red balloon, which is what it does, not only it won't just pop 1 red balloon per shot, now you can pop 2 red balloons per shot. So you doubled the popping power of a super monkey by getting this $900 upgrade, or $1,000 upgrade. I forget what it is. What is it? 800. Oh no. 900. Yeah, $900. So it's a $900 upgrade for the monkey fort. Also, monkey forts can affect monkey forts. So, for example, I kind of forgot to mention this. If you noticed, all these upgrades are cheaper. So it's actually, if you're going to get some of these high level or like 4-0, 4-2, 2-4 monkey villages, you're actually better off to put a monkey village next to your monkey village, upgrade the monkey village, then sell the monkey village. Sounded confusing, right? But it's true. Now I have a cheaper monkey village than I would have if I didn't. I mean, that's like a $1,200 upgrade right there. And then when you sell it, you're going to get most of your money back. So that's something interesting about the monkey village. They affect each other. Now back to this monkey fort upgrade. The monkey fort upgrade depends a lot on the towers. If you have like a regular Dartling gun, I think he just pops 1 balloon per shot. Kind of hard to tell, but I think he just pops 1 balloon per shot. Once you get this monkey fort, he can pop 2 balloons per shot. So you increased his popping power a lot. Now, on the other hand, if you get something like powerful darts, where it can pop 3 balloons each instead of 1, you're making it go from 3 to 4. So you're not making it go from 3 to 6, you're making it go from 3 to 4. So you actually made this monkey fort upgrade mean a little bit less. And if you think about it, massing more of these guys might actually be more efficient than getting these powerful darts upgrades, because all of these guys have 2 popping power each, and if I upgraded it to this, I pay $540 each more, but I'd only get up to 3. I'd get up to 4. So I mean, you'd have to think about how much you're gonna get. You can't just be like, oh, this one's more powerful and this one's more powerful. No, it doesn't really work like that. Depends a lot on the towers. Depends a lot on how fast they shoot. And that's the main thing, is how fast they shoot. The faster you shoot, pretty much the faster you shoot and the less popping power you have, the better off you are. So Super Monkey's definitely really good, but that also means that it doesn't affect how much MOAB popping power it has. The monkey fort does not affect MOAB popping power at all. And I will prove this to you guys right now. We have a monkey fort right now. I'm going to send out a MOAB versus 2 of these Super Monkeys, and we're really going to see where it pops. Okay, pop like right over here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delete this. And if you notice, it actually popped quite a few of those balloons, by the way. But now what I'm going to do is, sell this guy, but I'll put a regular monkey village here, which shouldn't matter if I didn't have a monkey village or if I did have a monkey village. But we are going to send a MOAB out, and it'll pop right over here again. And that proves that it does not affect MOAB popping power at all. But it does affect popping power. If you noticed, a lot more balloons got through than before. So this can be useful as a Super Monkey and Monkey Fort kind of combo. And I'm going to go into more combos in a future video, but this is just one of the important ones that I think you guys need to know about, because there's really not that much to talk about with the Monkey Village as for attack power, but there is a lot of things that you need to talk about that's relative to other towers. Now after you get the Monkey Fort, there's the radar scanner, and this is another one of those self-explanatory upgrades. Do you need camo detection or don't you? And most of the time you're going to say, hey, why not? Camo detection for all my towers is going to help me with my popping power in general, compared to trying to afford a bunch of towers that have camo detection already. For example, ninjas, or maybe some monkey aces, or maybe even some monkey apprentices, or dart monkeys for that matter. So yeah, this is a good upgrade. It's only $2,000, so it's really not that bad. I usually try and get it for level 42, but if I don't get it for level 42, I make sure I get it right around either 47 or before 53 usually, because level 53 can be a pain. The next upgrade is Monkey Intelligence Bureau, and I think I said that right. I always say that wrong. Whenever I say it in my head, I always say it wrong for some reason. Monkey Intelligence Bureau. This helps have like each tower can pop whatever balloons it wants. So for example, an ice tower should be able to pop white balloons if it's in its range. I don't know if they fixed that yet. I have no idea. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this should be able to pop a white balloon. I don't know if it can. It cannot. So they did not fix the Monkey Intelligence Bureau completely. But if you notice, without the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, the white balloon probably would not be slowed down. Oh, it is slowed down. So, okay, whatever. So the Monkey Intelligence Bureau is sometimes lacking, which kind of sucks. If you guys know anything about this game, you realize things should work like they say, but it does help for like cannons and stuff like that. Monkey Intelligence Bureau can actually make cannons pop black balloons, so that can be very helpful, especially in deflation and stuff. So for example, let's upgrade this guy to Monkey Intelligence Bureau. And 1, 2, 3, and this guy should be able to pop a bunch of black balloons. Yes, it can. So this is very helpful if you're like, oh, instead of getting balloon impact, I can just stick with a bunch of 3 toucans, which is a lot more cost efficient. If you get like 10 3 toucans, a lot more cost efficient than going with a bunch of balloon impacts. So that's a little bit important. The next upgrade is M.I.B Call to Arms, which I just never get. I can never see myself getting, just because it is so ridiculously expensive. Now yes, it is very helpful if you have some of your towers really late game that are really, really strong, or if you have a really, really hard level where you need this for some reason, but usually it's just so expensive that you don't need it. Another thing is, just to refresh your mind, you can use the Monkey Village and make this cheaper. So instead of $24,000, $21,600, and then after you sell that, you save $3,400. So we get this, save $3,400, and then we get $1,100 back. So we lost $450 in total from that transaction, we lost $450, but we gained $3,600. So in total, we gained $3,200. So that's a lot of money, guys. Lots of moolah. Hope I didn't mess up that math. I think I confused my brain for a second. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Yeah, it is helpful. It makes things shoot faster and stronger, but I don't see myself using it too often. And that's why I really don't know too much about it. Now if you put this guy next to a fully upgraded Monkey Temple, he can do a lot more help than if you put him next to some dart monkeys, and that just kind of obvious or makes sense. It increases, let's see what it says. It doubles the attack speed and popping power of all nearby towers for 10 seconds. So you double the popping power and the attack speed, so all your towers within this thing are pretty much 4 times as powerful. For how many seconds? 10 seconds. So it's not a long time. Not a long time of extreme popping power for your towers. So that's really all I have to talk about the Monkey Village. Usually what I do for the Monkey Village is sometimes I just get a 0-1, and that's usually the first upgrade you're going to get, and then after that I usually get a radar scanner, and that depends on how my strategy's going. Usually for level 42 I try and get it, but if I don't get it by then, I for sure get it by level 53. Like 97% of the time, and this is obviously talking about hard mode or medium mode, not on Apocalypse. That's a lot different. So I usually get radar scanner, and then what I usually do is end up getting, depending on what towers I have around here, I get the Monkey Beacon and Jungle Drums, and that helps a bunch for lots of cannons and stuff like that. Helps them shoot 15% faster and get a little bit bigger range. I usually don't get more than that. Sometimes I end up getting the Monkey Town, but that's just to look cool. I really don't think it helps that much. I just feel like, oh, it's going to help me look cool. It makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Getting Monkey Towns, getting high energy beacons, I have so much money I don't even need to worry about money. And that's usually the case on most levels. I usually have so much money that it really doesn't matter what I spend it on. And that's why I usually get this. It's not because it's a super duper good upgrade, it's just because I want to look cool. And to be honest, I am super unbelievably cool, but I mean, you guys don't have to think that if you don't want. So that's really all I have to talk about the Monkey Village. Usually, basically, it's a 0-1 or a 2-2 Monkey Village are my favorite. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a really nice day.